The evening was warm and quiet, the kind of night that usually ended with laughter, dinner, and soft music. But not anymore. When Lena leaned in to hug her husband Mark, his smartwatch buzzed. A soft light flickered on the screen, just long enough for her to read the message. Last night was perfect. Same time tonight? Heart, Mia. Her hands froze on his shoulders. He didn't notice. He was already walking toward the door, talking about another late meeting. And that was the moment everything changed. Lena stood there for a long time after he left, staring at the front door. For months, she had felt him slipping away. The cold hugs, the forced smiles, the fake busy excuses. She remembered the way he used to be, staying up late just to talk, texting her during lunch, making her coffee before work. Now he couldn't even look her in the eyes. At first, she blamed herself. Maybe she wasn't exciting anymore. Maybe the marriage had become routine. But deep down, she knew. That tiny message on his watch wasn't a mistake. It was confirmation of what her heart had been screaming all along. He wasn't hers anymore. Still, Lena didn't cry. Not that night. Not even when she saw the clock hit midnight and the bed beside her stayed cold. Instead, she whispered to herself, "If he wants to play games, I'll end it my way." The next day, Mark came home with fake exhaustion written all over his face. "Long day," he sighed, tossing his jacket on the couch. Lena smiled faintly. "You must be starving. I'll order your favorite, the steak with pepper sauce." He smiled, relieved. No suspicion in his eyes. Because he believed her silence meant forgiveness. While he showered, Lena opened his laptop, the one he thought she never touched. Password? Their wedding date. Ironic. Within seconds, she was staring at emails that made her heart go numb. Hotel reservations, dinner bills, photos from the same restaurant he once took her to on their first anniversary. All under the name of Mia Collins, his client. Lena printed everything, each receipt, each message, and placed them in a small white envelope. Then she texted him, "I booked us dinner tonight at Le Mirage. Don't be late, I have a surprise." She ended it with a heart emoji, just like Mia did. The restaurant glowed with soft golden lights, the kind meant for love stories, not endings. Lena arrived first, dressed in the same black dress she wore the night he proposed. When Mark walked in, he looked surprised. "Wow, you look beautiful," he said, forcing a smile. "I didn't think you remembered this place." She smiled. "Oh, I never forget special places." They ordered wine. Small talk filled the air, fake laughter, empty compliments. He thought everything was fine. Until the waiter walked over and handed him a small white envelope. "From the lady," the waiter said politely. Mark frowned and opened it. Inside were the receipts, photos, emails, proof of every lie he ever told. The color drained from his face. "Lena, she interrupted softly, "Just don't." Tears burned in her eyes, but she refused to let them fall. "You know what hurts the most, Mark? It's not that you found someone else. It's that you made me feel like I wasn't enough when all I ever did was love you." He reached out to touch her hand, voice trembling. "Please, Lena, I made a mistake. It didn't mean—" She pulled her hand back slowly. A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. This was a choice. For a moment, there was silence, the kind that felt heavier than shouting. Then she stood up, placed her wedding ring on the table, and whispered, "I just wanted to see the face of the man who forgot what love used to mean." She turned, walked toward the door, and never looked back. Behind her, Mark sat frozen, staring at the ring, the same one he once said he'd never take off. Outside, the night air felt cold but clean. Lena looked up at the sky, the stars hidden behind city lights, and breathed for what felt like the first time in months. She didn't feel broken anymore. She felt free. When she reached home, she poured herself a glass of wine and deleted his number. No dramatic goodbye, no tears, just peace. She whispered softly to herself, "One day, someone will love me the way I loved him, and they won't need a reminder." Her phone buzzed once more. A message from Mark. "Please come home, we can talk." She stared at it for a moment, then turned off the phone. Some conversations don't deserve an answer. When love turns into lies, would you confront the truth or let silence say everything?